Hello and welcome to Creative Sparkle. My name's Holly and today we're doing an art journal prompt list. So grab your art supplies and let's get crafting. Hello, thank you for joining me today. So I'm working in a normal art journal this week and I'm going to be starting with the first prompt, which is prep or prime your page ready for the use of water. So I'm just going to start off with some white gesso. You can use whatever products you have as long as it's ready for the use of water. So for prompt number 2, we're using 3 watercolours to create a soft coloured background. So I've chosen to go with the colours pink, purple and blue, and I start off with this watercolour palette and spray my page with water to begin. So unfortunately the colours that come from this watercolour palette aren't working for what I want to use them for, so I do decide to go with the tube watercolours instead that I have here. Any water-based medium is absolutely fine if you don't have watercolours. You can use gelatos if you have those instead. Whatever is a water-based medium for your background, use that, and we'll spray more water onto the background once the colour's down so that they blend in together a bit more. So once you're happy with how the background looks, we'll let it dry or dry it with a heat tool and move on to the next prompt, which is prompt number 3. Use a text stamp to add some interest. A text stencil would also work. So I'm going to use this text stamp that I have used previously, and I'm going to use the colour Salty Ocean in Distress Ink to apply it to the background. So once that's done, we'll move on to prompt number 4. Add up to 15 circles to your page. I've chosen to use white acrylic paint for this step, and I'm just going to use some found objects that I have around and apply some circles to the background. If you don't have paint to use, you can use any medium that is suitable for you. So for the next prompt is to add washi tape on your page in multiple locations. As you can see here, I'm drawing on the page at the moment because I want to apply washi tape in particular shapes. I want to add clouds to my page. So I've chosen this blue washi tape with little hearts on, and I'm going to cover the places that I've drawn the cloud shapes and then use the craft knife to cut out those shapes very carefully as to not go through the page. And then once that's finished, you'll see the cloud shape that lies underneath. As this prompt is to use washi tape over the page, you don't necessarily have to cut out shapes like I have done. You can add it just as it is, tear it up or add it as you like. I only wanted to add it in the shapes because I thought it went well with my page. So whatever you think is applicable to your page, whatever you think will go nicely with your page, that's what you should do. Once we've finished with the washi tape prompt, we'll move on to prompt number 6, which is to doodle or Zentangle over the page. I'm simply going to take a white pen to match the circles I've added and draw a white outline around my clouds. You can add different shapes around the page. You can add more circles if you like in a different colour or even the same colour. Whatever you think suits your page best, we'll go with that. So once that prompt is completed, we'll move on to prompt number 7, which is to draw, stamp or print a focal image and colour. Obviously you can add more than one focal image if you prefer. I have chosen to go with a stamp, and this fairy here is the one I've gone for. I'm going to use this purple ink to stamp the fairy, and then I'm going to use a lighter pink ink as well and add the two fairies together with some colour in watercolour. once I'm happy with the colour that I've added to the fairy, I'm going to cut out the wings and dress and shoes that I've coloured on this one and add them to the darker silhouette that I stamped earlier. And then I will have sort of complete focal image. I'm also going to remove the butterfly from her hand and create one in a different colour and add that so she's sitting on the washi tape cloud there. So once your focal image is attached, we'll move on to prompt number 8, which is add highlights and shadows onto your layout. I've chosen to go with these chalk pastels, and I'm going to add the purple colour because I think it suits the background quite well. And I'm just going to blend them in with this cotton bud, and I'm going to use a white gel pen just to add some highlights over the fairy as well. Once you're happy with your highlights and shadows, we'll move on to prompt number 9, which is to add a title that contains texture. So to begin with, I have chosen to use this text stencil, and I'm going to apply the word dream with white paint, and I'm stippling the letters with the sponge applicator, but unfortunately I didn't think the texture was enough, so I'm adding some glue or Mod Podge with the cotton bud, and I'm going to add some cotton wool to the title so that it comes out a bit more and look more like a cloud. So the cotton wool that I have, I've got 3 different colours, which is the pink, blue and white. I think that fits in with the background quite well, so I'm going to add them randomly over the word dream and it will then look like a cloud. So once you've finished adding your title, we'll move on to the final prompt, which is prompt number 10, add more texture over the page. So I'm going with the same texture that I've used for the title, and I'm going to use a cotton bud just to add cloud shapes again over the page. So I've got 2 types of clouds on the page, one with washi tape and one with cotton wool. And I'm going to add it in several different places. I'll add 2 with the colour white, 2 with the colour pink and 2 with the colour blue, just so that we've got everything pulling together. So now that we've finished the final prompt, I want to thank you again for joining me today. I will put pictures at the end of the video so you can see the final result. As usual, the full prompt list is at the end of the video. If you do decide to take part in the prompts, please do tag me on Instagram with the hashtag #SparklePrompts, and I will see you next time where we will turn your creative spark into creative sparkle. Bye!